Now, are you from here or are you from somewhere else?
I'm from Middletown.
Oh, you're from
Originally,
Middletown,
yeah.
because I saw in there in your bio, I got the impression you were from Michigan. The way that it was written.
Right.
So I was like, okay, all right, maybe that Motown sound got in there. Okay.
I definitely got some soul.
Yeah, and you definitely got the height on you for basketball. I saw that in high school you played b-ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, played for Middletown. A little successful there during my stint at the high school. But from Middletown, Ohio. Shout out to all my people in Middletown.
All right, shout out to
16th
Middletown.
Avenue representing.
Yeah, how tall are you?
6'6".
Wow. Yeah, like, he gave me this big bear hug when I saw him. I'm like, whoa, this dude is tall. Yeah, because, yeah. So what position did you play?
I played 3 different positions.
Did
I played point guard, shooting guard, and small forward.
Okay, because I'm into b-ball.
Yeah.
Did you check out March Madness?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I actually, that's crazy. At my job, I had we was doing like these brackets.
Was you disappointed in Florida?
No, actually, because I won. I won some money, so I was cool.
So you was all right on that.
Yeah.
So what's your main focus right now? Is it the group or is it your single or?
You know what? Can I be honest?
Yes, you most certainly. Please, this is the whole view.
My focus is like, it's on a few different projects. I'm literally working on like 3 different projects at the same time.
Okay.
I have a project with the Hip-Hop collective group that I'm a part of called Truth Camp. Shout out to Vibe One, Forte, and Fire.
Okay.
The members of the group. We have a new album that we've been working on. We're about 4 or 5 records into it. We have a visitor.
Yeah, a little bit early of a visitor.
I have
20 minutes early. Yeah.
I have we have about 4 or 5 records, getting ready to, that we're working on, gearing up for. I have a documentary film that I'm working on with my man Mitch Moe, who's down in Georgia right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he shot the film. We shot it last summer, and putting that together. I'm gonna have some music, like a little baby soundtrack to accompany the film.
Mm-hmm.
Really excited about that. And then I'm working on a solo EP as well.
Wow.
So I'm about 10 songs recorded thus far for that. So those 3 projects are like the main focuses. Also, I'm a part of the Beats and Lyrics project compilation that Vibe One is putting together as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm working right now. I'm in the
Push,
nice.
I'm gonna be your manager. I said it here first on the whole view and nothing but. But back to our guest here. All right.
Yeah.
Now, where were we at? What were we talking about?
We were talking about all the wonderful, great things I have going on.
Yes, all the wonderful, great things that you got. You got like 3 things going on right now. I'm really excited for you.
The music is coming out great. The songs, just the things that I'm talking about.
I'm so glad you hit me up, man.
Yeah,
I didn't know you had. Yeah, because the last we spoke, you were publishing a book.
Right.
And that was about a year ago or a little more.
Yeah.
And look, from there to here.
Right. I'm still trying to keep it pushing. The book is still available for everybody
tell
out
me
there.
about the book.
The book is good. I'm kind of on the tail end of promoting that. It's going to be a part of the documentary as well. The book is called Breathe, for those of you who...
I want an autographed copy.
No doubt. We can get that together.
I want. Here, I want.
We can get that together. You can get it on lulu.com.
Okay.
Paperback version.
And what's the title of the book?
Breathe.
Breathe.
Yes, ma'am.
Breathe. Sometimes we just need to stop and breathe.
No doubt. No doubt.
Because life gets so hectic. We were just talking about that.
Yes.
Just so many things happening here lately. Seems like we all are fighting or battling something. And we need to stop and breathe. And this young man is so deep and so talented.
Thank you.
Seriously, really, the props are for real. And I want to see some videos, some CD release parties.
Absolutely.
I got a list.
It's coming. The visuals, the CD release parties, more shows. It's coming.
Right. I want to see some of that.
Absolutely.
So
I'm gonna keep you posted in the loop.
Yes, keep me in the loop.
Yes,
Keep
ma'am.
me in the loop,
No doubt.
please. That is absolutely great. So now, on this one single that we just heard, now is this going to be a single, or are you going to have some more mixed tapes or mixed singles, mixed music, I should say, with this?
This single was kind of like something that's like by itself.
Standalone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was something for me to put out to the people. A lot of people have known my music to be more, deep and
like your
conscious.
Poetry.
Like, yeah, I got a lot on my mind, a lot of things to say and express. So that song was more of just like, hey, let me show another side of me, because I do like to have fun and enjoy myself and, hang out and stuff like that. So it was more of a song for me to put out just to show a different side of my artistry.
So when you're not writing poetry or writing song, do you take some of your poetry and put it to beat, or how does that manifest?
That's a great question. I have.
I wondered about that because I write poetry, I'm a closet poet.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, I call it a closet poet because I won't bring any of my stuff out.
See, you probably dope too, and you hold
I don't know about that, but I'm a closet poet. And one person that I'll leave nameless that was locally famous saw some of my poetry and said I could put that to music. And I never thought poetry, I never thought about, I never thought the crossover of poetry to music, but that's all really music is poetry to a chorus.
They are cousins. I think hip-hop
and
rhyming and poetry are like related. They're like cousins, all a part of the same family, I actually had an idea a few years ago to want to do a poetry album. I'm really into jazz music and atmospheric, music. So I had a vision to want to put some of my poetry to that type of music as opposed to instrumental, hip hop.
I would love to hear my poetry to some music.
I would love to hear that too.
I would love for you to take my poetry.
I would love to hear your poetry to some music.
I would love for you to do it because you're so deep and my poetry is so deep. Some would actually even call it a little dark. But you know how some people
sometimes.
Yeah, but you know how some people journal their pain. I do my poetry in journaling. Instead of writing it down, my little feelings, I'll put it into poetry instead.
So it is like in rhyme form.
Yeah, it definitely is in rhyme form.
Cool.
Yeah, it's on my Facebook page.
Well, I'm about to check you out.
One's called Time, and Time Keeps on Slipping, and the other one is Satin Words.
Y'all check out Belinda.
Don't be promoting me.
Y'all check her out. She got it going on.
Now I shouldn't have said anything. Now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, see, I'm about to,
now everybody's up there going, yeah.
I'm going to be interviewing you now.
Yeah, now you're going to be my new co-host.
Right. That's what's up.
New co-host here going on in the house.
And another hat that I'm trying to wear.
That's right. Yeah, we have so many, yes, so many hats, so much talent that we were talking off there. I do things besides just radio.
Right.
And this is a labor of love. I love this. I didn't realize I'd ever be on radio. You are
very good at what you do too.
Well, thank you. Nice. You too.
Thank you.
You too. I never knew when I was sitting here talking to the author and poet that you were also doing beats and writing tracks. And
well, I don't produce the music, but I just write it.
Hey, that's not just right. That's a big deal.
I guess picking out tracks or adding your ideas to music is kind of producing.
Yes, it is. That's absolutely producing.
Yeah, take this drum pattern here and do this, or add this snare.
Right.
Or, put that there. That's kind of like producing.
That is producing. Most definitely that is producing.
I never really looked at it like that, but I guess it is producing.
They called me a radio producer, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm just a host. And they're like, no, it's your idea.
Right.
It's your show ideal. You
produced
it.
You are producing this show.
So I'm like, well, I never thought so. Yeah, so we really kind of undercut ourselves and what we really are, and like you said, the many hats that we wear. Right. It's kind of funny that we, everybody else sees our gifts and talents, but us sometimes. and you have many talents.
Thank you.
And I know this is just the beginning. This is definitely not the end of seeing you around and hearing of you.
Thank you. I'm trying.
No, you are doing, not trying. So is there any shout outs? Anyone that I know you gave a few shouts, but is there anyone that is helping you on this journey that you want to give a special shout? And is there moms still?
I want to give a shout out to the Most High.
Amen on that.
I want to give a shout out to God right now, because that's where it's at in my life for me right now. So
Amen.
I want to give a shout out to Him first, and just thank Him for this opportunity, waking me up today, blessing me with all of the things that He's blessed me with, my family, my talents, my gifts, my friends, associates, and my children, my mother, definitely, my father. My Truth Camp team. Shout out to everybody. And I want to give a shout out to you. Thank you for having me on the show.
And shout out to you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It seems like an hour is never long enough.
Right.
First
it was a half an hour, now we got an hour, and it was like, bam.
Yeah, I know, right? Once we got, less discombobulated, and we found out that we're...
So you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
So that means I get to come back?
A return, most definitely.
Cool. That's what's up. And we have some new music and some more stuff to play for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, and some poetry.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Maybe you can take some of that poetry and see if you can put it to some music.
We're going to get you in the studio, yo.
Oh, my goodness. I'm scared.
We're going to get you in the studio.
Well, we have got Dartilius Edwards Full Effect Gospel Entertainment live. Speaking of the Most High, he will get you definitely spiritually in the mood to praise the Most High. But in the meantime... what time is it? 10:54. We're going to shut it down with a little bit of, I don't know, what do we got here? We'll find something here.
Something soulful.
We got some soulful. How about some Kool and the Gang?
Oh, that'll
Is
work.
that soulful enough?
That'll work.
Yeah, we'll shut it down with a little bit of Kool and the Gang.
97.5, y'all.
97.5 in the house. And we're out of here.